Pamela Dozier, and today I will be performing part 3 of my assessment that will include the musculoskeletal system and the neural system. I'm going to begin by inspecting the alignment and the contour of the body. I'm going to start with the arms. The skin is warm to touch. Hands, her fingers, checking her elbows as well as her shoulders. I'm going to ask you to uncross your legs, assessing the knees, the foot, as well as her toes. I'm going to ask her to stand, and I'm going to assess her spine to make sure that, and her shoulders to make sure that they are symmetrical. I'm going to begin by palpating. I'm going to ask you to turn towards the camera. And we're going to, as far as palpate the spine, make sure, do you feel any tenderness here?
No.
I'm going to palpate the hips. And if you turn back forward to me, I'm going to palpate the shoulders. Hold out your arm for me. Bend over. Just looking at and palpating the elbow. Bend back out. Let me know if you feel any pain or tenderness anywhere. She does have a little edema in her hands. I'm going to palpate the metatarsal in her fingers. Okay, I'm going to ask you to sit, and I'm just going to palpate your knees. Firm, non-tender. I'm sorry, she's ticklish. Just going to palpate your toes. And palpate over here. And the feet and toes are in alignment with the long axis. Palpate this joint. Very good. Any pain and tenderness anywhere?
No.
Okay. Next we're going to be doing as far as the cervical, the neck range of motion. So I'm going to ask you to stand with me. And I'm going to ask you to just do everything that I do. We're going to forward flexion as far as your shoulder, your neck, I apologize. And then backward extend. And then we're going to do to my left, it will be your right. As far as your neck. Keep your shoulders kind of straight up, and you're just going to move your neck over. And then the opposite side. And then we're going to do the cranial nerve neck strength. And this is called the stenomastoid, which I'm going to take my hand against your right cheek, and I'm going to have you push against my hand with resistance. And then the opposite. And then try to move your head forward to push against my hand and push head backwards against. Then we're going to do the shoulder range of motion. We're going to do starting with the abduction and abduction. So you're going to keep this hand here, and then you're going to bring this hand over to touch. And then we're going to do the opposite. Okay, forward flexion. Just carry your arms up. We're looking at your shoulders. And then we're going to, as far as rotate, external, take your hands behind your back and kind of put them together. Same thing, forward, extension. Very good. I'm going to ask you to sit down. I'm gonna begin next as far as assessing your biceps, triceps, and your deltoids. First, we're gonna begin with the biceps, which you're gonna flex, and I'm gonna try to extend. Very good. And then we're gonna look at the triceps, and I'm gonna try to push them back into a flexion, and then the deltoid. And I'm just gonna try to push down. Very good. We're gonna be assessing the elbows range of motion at this time. I'm gonna ask you to hold your hands out, and that will actually be supine, and turn them over. That will be pronation. Then I'm gonna be looking at the wrists, asking you, wrist and hands and fingers, asking you to do some exercises. That's what I will call them. We're gonna spread our fingers out and put them together again. Then we're gonna make a fist, and we're gonna touch the thumb with each of our fingers. But with our little finger, we're gonna carry it all the way down and just touch down there. We're gonna bend the fingers up and down. And then the metatarsal joint, I'm gonna bend. This is the metatarsal joint in your fingers, and we're just gonna bend them. And down to the wrist. And then you're gonna turn your hand to the right and left on a deviation. Next, we're going to maintain the wrist flexion. You're going to hold your wrist up as far as flexing. I'm going to try to pull them back as far as extending them. I'm going to assess your grip, so I'm going to get you to squeeze both of my fingers. Not too tight, Missy. And then next, I'm going to ask you to extend your fingers. I'm going to extend your fingers. Unless you can extend, you flex. Spread your fingers apart, and now put your fingers back together again. And I'm going to try to spread them apart. Very good. Very good. Next, I'm going to ask you to stand, and I'm going to be assessing your hip range of motion. Actually, you know what? We got to get you to lay down. Supine on your back. I'm going to ask you to raise your leg. You'll actually your left or right leg. Leave one down and then raise the other one. Try to bring your knee to your chest. Listen high. And this patient is pregnant. We're going to swing leg to the swing that away. And now we're going to try to place this foot to the side of your leg over here. Wide. And actually, you know what? Let's go back. Flex this knee. And try to bring this one over. Very good. Very good. Go back down. Put this one down. And let's see, can we flex both knees inward? Very good. Now opposite. And now we're going to try to swing this one. Can you put this one behind you? Just a little bit behind. Very good. Okay, next I'm going to get you to bend your knees. Straighten and stretch the knee. Very good. I'm going to get you to extend the leg, and I'm going to try to bend it. Very good. Put your knees together. Knees together, and I'm going to try to straighten them up. Make sure we can get it on the camera. Very good. All right, you can sit up now. I'm going to be assessing your ankles and your feet. Point your foot up toward the ceiling. Now try to point your toes toward the floor. Put your foot down toward the floor. Put the side of the foot toward the floor. Can you turn? Very good. And we're going to repeat the other side. Can you flex your foot, your feet against my hand and push down toward against my hand? Very good. I'm going to get you to stand up, and I'm going to just, I know it's a lot. Next, I'm going to be looking at the thoracic as far as the spine. So I'm actually going to ask you to bend over. And I know the baby, so try to be careful, bend over. And try to touch your toes.
I can't go that far.
Okay, stand up, nice and slow, not too fast. Now try to bend backwards just a little bit. I know. Then turn to the side. I gotta make sure that you don't turn your whole body to the side. Just go to the side a little bit. Very good. To the other side. Very good. No signs of scoliosis. Very good. You can sit down. Next, I'm going to ask you to put your heel and toe together, heel to heel, toe to toe. And I'm just going to be checking the balance to make sure that you're not swaying. I'm going to assess the Rungberg sign. I'm going to ask you to you can have your feet slightly apart and close your eyes. You can stop laughing now. Very good. Okay, you can sit down. Thank you. We're going to be performing the rapid alternative test. I'm going to ask you to put the palms of your hands down. Turn them over. Down. Turn them over. How fast can you do it? Very good. I'm going to get you to stand up again. We're going to perform the finger to nose test. Now, you should be able to do this. This is one of the COPS tests right here. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Extend your arm. We're going to take the right arm, touch the nose, extend the right arm back. Then we're going to take the left arm, touch the nose, and extend the left arm back. Very good. You can sit down now. Now we're going to perform the stereogenesis. I'm going to ask you, this one I'm going to be putting 3 different objects in your hand, in different hands, your left and right, and I'm going to get you to tell me what you think that object may be. You're going to close your eyes up, okay? So open, actually I'm going to place this object in your right hand.
Say it again.
Very good. Okay, keep your eyes closed. Going to place this in your left hand and see, can you identify that object?
Key.
Very good. One more object. In your right hand, what does that feel like?
Quarter.
Very good. Next, I'm going to perform the graphities. You keep your eyes closed. And you just, if you feel something, you just tell me whether you feel, just say yes or no. Okay, if you feel, actually no, this is the graphysthenia. So I'm going to be drawing something in your hand. I'm going to have your hand facing you. And I'm going to just draw a number, and I want you to tell me what that number is.
Okay.
She is so ticklish.
3.
Very good. Let's try the opposite hand and see what we get.
4.
Very good. Next, I'm going to be assessing the light touch. Can you close your eyes and just say yes when you can feel where I'm touching you at, okay?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Next, I'm going to assess the position sense. Keep your eyes closed. Can you feel it?
Uh-huh.
Next, I'm going to assess the vibration sense, and just let me know when you're able to feel the vibration. Okay. And last but not least, you can open your eyes up. I'm just gonna be assessing your deep tendon reflexes. And actually, you can stand up and we can do these standing. First, I'm gonna assess your brachial point. Let me make sure this is the dominant, okay? Right here. And we're just gonna be checking your reflexes, okay? Very good. And your brachial, those just a little bit below the elbow. Right here. Make sure I do this one right. Very good. And the triceps. And you can sit, and I'm going to do the patella. And the ankle jerk. And that ends my assessment.